Who is God? What is God? Why is God important? God essentially is love and truth. If you do not follow love and truth, then what do you follow? When everything in our world that is created through truth and love, essentially through the combination of this planet, this earth, the development of human beings, animals, community. However, love, in terms of, is God's love, unconditional love. And we as human beings have a lesson, a continual lesson on tapping into God's unconditional love through practice by giving and receiving. So there's actually 4 levels of love that all human beings should be aware about. And where do you fall in? So level 4, unconditional love, is essentially where you are still loving towards, say, your enemy or someone who's opposing to you, someone who's still hurting you. I can give other examples, but I'm going to give a brief example to a non-believer right now. See, a believer, someone who does not believe in God. Level 3 is empathetic love. It is love through understanding, love through questioning. So these are examples of people that fall into, for example, teachers, those in the medical field, doctors, nurses, therapists, holistic health practitioners. Level 2, conditional love. I love you when you do this and that. And or I hate it when you do this and that. This is an example of majority of the marriages that eventually have a lack of love because of now getting to know their partners, where now they struggle with these areas of communications and boundaries. Whereas level 3 is an example of learning how to communicate and, for example, communicate boundaries in order to be more loving at level 4. So this is an example of why a lot of marriages are, for example, falling apart and going into divorce because of conditions, say, for both parties, men and women, because I'm not here to choose sides on which is the better side or which is the side doing more work. It is the awareness, accountability, and responsibility of both parties, men and women, to do their work and to have this kind of communication on setting proper boundaries so that we don't have that argumentative dispute that goes on often in relationships. And relationships is a broad term. I'm not just talking romantic, sexual relationships. I'm talking about any relation with another individual. This can be family members, friends, co-workers, etc. And then lastly, we have love and hate, level 1, which is essentially sex and violence. In other words, I love you enough in the simple form, enough to have sex with, not I, but I'm trying to use third person, or we love a person to a point where we would have sex with them. And or hate. We hate them that we just want to be violent towards these people, which is a majority of people. This is an example of war. So, anyways, these are examples of basics for love and truth, which is God, and having alignment with truth and love. So being lovingly in truth and truthfully in love is a way to be able to be closer with God. So I'm going to let you sit with that and or share this if you understand this and need to spread this word to others. God bless.